Well, McLaren have pulled a fast one, haven't they? Stole a march on all their rivals with the reveal of the 2024 livery, and well, it was just a casual Tuesday afternoon, wasn't it? Middle of January, not an awful lot happening, and boom, McLaren's Instagram deleted all their pictures, and suddenly they said, oh, look what's happening here. New livery revealed, and yeah, I think it's left me quite intrigued of what's to come, and we'll get to that point in a moment. But let's look at this fantastic car for this year. It's an evolution of last year's design. They've got rid of the little blue bits that they had at the end plates and the side pods. And actually, I think it looks a lot more refined, and I think they've pulled off something really clever with this car. They've moved some of the orange bits about that we've seen on the side of the side pods, which were just there. Now the front wing is orange, the nose, and the rear wing also. And actually, when you look at it head on, it looks really quite bright, but actually they've pulled off something really clever here, because if you look at one of the angles towards the back of the car, it actually is really quite black. And what that means is less paint and weight saving, and that was the big thing we saw last season. But actually, I think this season they've actually been more clever about that in their livery design, because yes, a lot of people were saying like too many black cars, you know, where's the colour and the beauty of the cars gone, and are we going to lose that with everyone sort of trying to save weight? And actually McLaren seem to have taken that on board a little bit, and actually I think they've done a really good job with this car, and I think that little idea that they've pulled off there looks brilliant. Side on as well, actually I personally really like it. I like the angled cut that we see with the orange at the rear, the way it's sort of cut, and with you get the dip and the arch and stuff like that. And they've not followed the paint all the way through, have they? They've just sort of had a bit of top off of it and then left it as, and you got it sort of staged there. And I actually really like the look of that. It looks like a fluttering flag, doesn't it? So personally I think that's a really nice job that they've done there. They've kept the Grugel chrome rims. Personally I think that's a nice touch, and it's probably the best place it can go on that car. It does jazz up the wheel rims a bit, doesn't it? But it's just all black otherwise, with black tyres, and you know, you get the colour of the tyre. But I like that they've kept that there. It's probably the best place for it to go on the car anyway. Like I said, they've got rid of the blue bits on the front wing, the side also, and that was kind of a bit strange that they had that on there last year, because really that was more in line with their sponsorship with Gulf Oil, which they sort of lost last year, but kept that, and they've gone away with that, and it's pure black and orange. Personally I think they've done a really nice job with this car. But yeah, the big surprise is that they've just kind of launched the new livery today, where on the 14th of February we still have effectively a new car launch date, but in reality that is more or less the livery reveal for next year, because the car that we see on that day has got absolutely nothing and will look nothing like the car that we see at the first race in Bahrain come race day there. So you know, what are they gonna, I'm quite intrigued to see what they will show us on the 14th of Feb now. I'll be kind of a bit disappointed if it's just sort of like, oh yeah, look, here's our new car, guys, which actually won't be our new car that you'll see in Bahrain. So yeah, left me like really looking forward to see what rabbit they might pull out of the hat for that there, with especially with this sort of surprise launch that they've just thrown out of nowhere in the middle of January. Everyone's sort of thinking that's it, we're getting into the first week of Feb where we'll start to see the new cars coming out. But McLaren threw a surprise, and yeah, I actually really like it. I'm glad there's something going on this month for Formula One, and overall I think they've really done a really brilliant job with this car. And it's a big season for McLaren this season, isn't it? They're not going to start with the same problems that they started with last season, and they were on a good run towards the end of the season, and with that momentum shift going into next year, new factory, new tech, all sort of coming together now, and a lot of that being used for this year's car with the new wind tunnel and all that sort of jazz going on. This car really benefiting from that. So quite big, and a lot of expectations sort of on McLaren this season as compared to last season anyway. So yeah, it'll be really interesting to see how they get on. But yeah, there we have it. Watch out for the next video coming shortly. But there we go. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe and comment as always, and I'll see you next time.